All praises to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakar Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson on how everyone on the earth is going to get their chance, man, to really find out if the way that they, particularly as an individual, right, thinks that the world's supposed to go, can be fulfilled on the earth, man, right? Because although you've got people that somewhat agree about certain things, right, they might say, oh, I'm going to vote for this president. And another person would say, oh, no, I'm going to vote for that president. Within each individual people, right, they've got groupings within their group, right? Whereas the elect of the nation of Israel, we all have the same idea in mind, man, because what we're desiring to happen it's almost like it's been programmed in us from Yahweh to want that will to be what's going to happen, man. And I'm going to get it on the scriptures why I said that particular point that I just made there, right? And I'm going to start with Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8, right? Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God. So Yahweh has made us believe the things that we believe, right? Not of works lest any man should boast. For we are his workmanship, created in the Mashiach Yahweh Shai unto good works, which Yahweh have before ordained that we should walk in them. So the path that we're taking as the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, people that are hoping for this society to fall, that's what's been put in our minds from Yahweh, according to what we believe, right? Whereas all these other people on the earth, they've got whatever they think that the world's supposed to go like, man. And they're going to get their chance to see if they can make it happen, man. And this is a picture of an abandoned road, man. An abandoned side road, and it looks like this would probably be like New York or something like that. But this could be many places in the world, man. Right? But it's an abandoned road, and everyone's gonna people are gonna find themselves when all hell breaks loose on a road like this, man, on a dodgy street like this, probably to try and hide for safety and all that. And everyone's gonna get their chance, man. Everyone's gonna get their chance to test and see if the way that they, as their individual, their specific, unique way that they think the world's supposed to go, as opposed to how Yahweh said the world's supposed to go, they're gonna get their chance to see if they can make it happen. Right? Everyone's gonna get their chance, man. You've got all these people all over the earth boasting and glorying in different things, different categories that they have within themselves, man. Right? But Yahweh's gonna cause for all of them to get their chance to see if they can make it happen, see if they can make it work. Yeah. Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 23 does say, if Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom. All you smart guys out there, you're going to get the chance to see if that smarts and that wisdom that you have in your brain, if that's going to be what's going to make things happen, man. Or you understand the financial curve, the fiscal accounts, the Q1, the Q2, the Q3 reports, and third quarterly this and the third quarterly that. Now that you can read the market, you can understand the Fibonacci sequence. You understand this curve, and all right. You know what I mean? You've checked the algorithm predicts this, and all right, well, we're gonna get to see, man. Explain and quantify with your own words when the ICBMs are coming. Explain why that's taking place. Try and explain why the UFOs are going to be coming into here, man. Why the chariots of Yahweh are going to be coming here. How are you going to explain that? How are you going to explain that, man? And even in this video, just as I said that, it looks like there's a chariot, would be a chariot like there would be a chariot in that. And this is just like, I don't know if this is an artist picture, if it's meant to be a real picture, but either way, it looks like there was like a big cloud chariot over that. You know what I mean? But all you people, you're going to get the chance to see, man. You're going to get the chance to test and see if the way you think the world's supposed to go, if it's supposed to happen, man. Right? Let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. All you mighty men out there, man. Right? All you people that you've took part in some kind of physical thing, man. From boxing to bodybuilding to running, marathon running, to flipping military, all of these different categories, man. All you people, you're gonna get a chance to see if that works. And I'm saying this is a person that once upon a time wanted to be in some of those categories, man. In the specific category, doesn't necessarily even really matter, man, because this it's not about me, right? But all of those things, man, anyone that's took part in those things, you understand that there's people out there that will have more talent than you. If you've took part in football, there's people that have got more talent in you than you out there that they don't even really care about football. If you're a person that you take part in bodybuilding, there's people out there in this world that will take part in bodybuilding. I mean, that will look better than you better than you in the bodybuilding thing, and they ain't even doing no lifting like that. There's people that will be faster than you at running, and they don't even take part in any of that training, man. So that stuff's all vain. But all you mighty men out there, you're gonna get the chance to see if that works. If that's the spirit that's gonna allow you to overcome the dark and dreadful day of Yahweh's wrath, man. Everyone's gonna get their chance. Whatever your category is that you think you've got, that's made you be so arrogant and proud, thinking you don't need to believe in the Lord. Well, you're gonna get the chance to see if that category, that thing about yourself that you think has made you not have to have faith in Yahweh, you're gonna get the chance to see if that can work then. Or you think you don't need faith because you've got some muscles? Okay, well, let's see how long your muscles can last for the day of the Lord. Because I know for a fact that the professional fighters, they have to have a minute rest. You understand? The professional fighters have to have a minute rest, and they do nothing but train all day to fight. And they get like 2 months and a bit in preparation to fight one particular man. They know his height requirements. They got videotape and footage, and they're still knackered in them fights. And they get a minute rest after 5 minutes of fighting, after 3 minutes of fighting, depending on the sport. And they're tired, man. So how much more the everyday civilian that ain't taking some of those things that them sports athletes take, that they try and pretend like they're not taking? How much more these normal civilians that they're down in pints in the pub? But they think, oh, because I'm the biggest one of my group of lads, I can have it. And they think, oh, I'm an undefeated street fighter, because they always cherry-picked fights and fought weaklings, man. But they think they're tough. They think, oh, I'm a hard knock. No, you're not, bro. Most people are just intimidated because you look big. But then actually, you can't even fight, really. But those people are going to get the chance to see. Even the tough guys are going to get the chance to see that that's not worth nothing, man. Your sports, like, and that's not to say that being able to and knowing in its self-defense is not valuable, because I ain't got no problem with self-defense, man. I ain't got a problem with, and Yahweh ain't got a problem with self-defense. More importantly, Yahweh ain't got a problem with a person defending himself. You understand? Yahweh ain't got a problem with people defending themselves. Back to Jeremiah 9:23. Thus saith Yahweh, let not which the first way to defend ourselves is we use the scriptures, man, and move wisely through the world. Things like a soft answer turns away wrath. Know what I mean? Things like when a man's ways please the Lord, he causes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Neither let the mighty man, right? Let not the mighty man, Jeremiah 9:23, thus saith Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might, let not the rich man glory in his riches. So, okay, you're balling, you got some money. Okay, so what? You know what I mean? Money is, when people are looting from the stores, money is not worth anything. Do you understand that? Money is valuable because there's a lack of other people having money. That's what makes money be something that's important, because there's other people that don't have money. So therefore, you having the money and them not having money allows you to have access to things that they don't have access to. But when everyone can go into a store and steal food, when people can see a Rolex watch in a shop and be like, oh, I always wanted a Rolex watch in the world, now I'm going to break the windows and steal all 5 of the watches that I see in the window and just take them with me. Money don't mean nothing no more in that time. Because people now don't need the money to get the things that they would have wanted the money for. They can just get the things without the need for money. Don't you people understand that? Which then that leads me onto the category of you women out there. Because when a woman's beauty, right, is completely decreased, right, and men actually really see you women for what you really are, which they've already been made to see you with what you really are, thanks to all these podcasts and all these Instagram and all this clout and how human love to just parade yourselves online. They've ended up seeing you with what you really are. But in a time where all hell's breaking loose, men are not gonna need to like serenade women to get women. There's already and people know what I'm talking about. There's already more than enough crazy men out there in this world that already take women by force. So what do you think is gonna be happening when all hell breaks loose, man? Know what I mean? This society has been women have helped this society to be overly sexualized and for men to just be lust monsters. So what do you think is gonna happen when all hell breaks loose, man? And they've wanted men to be lustful. They've not tried to say, you know what, men should contain this and no, they've tried to benefit off it financially. They've went out of their way to get a BBL. And then they'll say, oh, I'm not doing it for men. No, yes, you are. Like a BBL has got to be hands down one of the most dumb things that's ever existed on the earth, man. It looks like the woman's wearing beanbag trousers when some of these women, man. Like they're wearing beanbag trousers on them. But those women are going to get the chance. They think, oh, women can rule the world better than men can. Okay, well, when all hell breaks loose, right? When the day of the Lord's wrath comes, all the women that think women can rule better, build up a team of women together, right? And ride the apocalypse into the a new a new paradise for yourselves, man. Set yourself up a paradise somewhere where it's only women doing things, and see how long that lasts in that time. Group up with a bunch of women. Start yourself now, right? So that you can get a good footing. Set yourself up a little team of women right now, and then when all hell breaks loose, you can be ready. And you say, "Come on, girls, it's girl power time," and you're gonna go around, and you're gonna just save the world and just go around saving women here and saving women there, right? That's what's supposedly gonna be able to happen, right? Since women have got such power, right? That's what's supposedly gonna be able to happen, right? Because the day is coming where everyone's gonna make the course of their actions stand in their power. So if that's what's gonna really override the day of the Lord's wrath, well then that's what's gonna stand, right? Now let me read the last bit of Jeremiah 9 and 20, what I was reading. Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 24, but let him that glorieth glory in this. So this is what we're supposed to be happy about and what we're supposed to think about, man. That he understandeth enough of me, that I am Yahweh, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth, for in these things I delight, saith Yahweh. Right? That's what Yahweh delights in. Men glorying in him, right? And about the judgment that he brings, man. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will punish all them which are circumcised, meaning the Israelites, right? With the uncircumcised, meaning that the heathen, in this sense, in this particular scripture, when it's talking about circumcised versus uncircumcised, it's talking about Israelites versus heathens. In other places in the Bible, when it's talking about circumcision versus uncircumcision, it's talking about literal physical circumcision or uncircumcision that can be for Israelites and non-Israelites, right? I mean, excuse me, can be for only Israelites, because the Israelites not born circumcised, are they? And there's Israelites right now that are not circumcised physically. Does that mean they're not an Israelite because they wasn't circumcised on the 8th day? No, it don't. So could they be called circumcision? I mean, uncircumcision by an Israelite that's been circumcised and decided to call themselves circumcision? Yes, they could. All right, verse 26. Egypt and Judah and Edom and the children of Ammon and Moab and all that are in the utmost corners that dwell in the wilderness, for all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in their heart. Because even among these other nations, man, right, that they've got their groupings, they got BRICS, they got this, they got NATO, they got that, right? Okay, you're all grouped in together, but secretly you nations are trying to see if you can find a way that your nation can ride out and become the top of what you've got planned. You're all pretending like, oh yeah, we're going to just destroy the Israelites and then we're going to do what? No, you've all secretly got your own ideas and plans without the other nations that you want to be the top when all this goes down, man. And that's why the scriptures say, except those days should be short and there be no flesh left to be saved, because none of you people are all grouped in together anyway. You're all against us, agreed, but you've all got problems amongst each other. And that's why that statue in the book of Daniel, it's mingled. But it's not completely joined, man. The clay, the toes, you know what I mean? They're not joined. It's partly strong or partly weak. They're trying to join, but they're not joined because they're all separate, really, anyway. It's just they've all decided, according to Psalms 83, to agree to destroy the children of Israel, right? But they ain't together neither. They're all against each other anyway. Verse 20, Jeremiah 9 and 26 again. Egypt and Judah and Edom and the children of Ammon and Moab and of all the utmost corners that dwell in the wilderness, for all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart, right? Apart from the elected nation of Israel, of course. Apart from the nation of Israel, which even among us, really, well, I say us, I mean whoever the elected nation of Israel are, they are uncircumcised in the heart, but Yahweh's gonna Yahweh's gonna circumcise their heart, man. He's actually gonna circumcise their heart. Now let me get this prophecy. In fact, let me call it what it is. This prophecy. 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein. So get ready, man. Everyone get ready. You're all gonna get your chance to see if you're Moab, you think you're gonna rule next. Okay. Do your thing. Try it, man. Esau, you think you're going to continue ruling, but it's going to be a different tribe of Esau that's going to be the ones having to say so. Okay, we're going to see, man. Ammon, you think you're going to run it? Try it then. Hamites, you think you're up next? Try it then, man. Everyone's going to get their chance. Left side, right side. Okay, you think the right side's had its day, so left side needs to try now. All right, you're going to get your chance to see, man. Everyone's going to get their chance. Everyone's going to get their chance. Yahweh's going to allow everyone on the earth to try and see if they can be the next ones to rule, man. Because we know, according to prophecy, that the last ones to rule, the ones that is going to rule next after this kingdom, current kingdom, right? That's the final of Yahweh Shai, right? Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44. And in the days of these kings, so right now, right, shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms and shall stand forever. But when all hell breaks loose, all these people are going to have the chance to try and see if they can stop that kingdom from coming. That's Yahweh Shai. That's talking about Yahweh Shai's kingdom. But when all hell breaks loose, everyone's going to get their chance to see if they can make it not happen then. Or you've got a problem with that kingdom being established and you don't want it to stand forever after it gets built up. Okay, try and stop it happening then. So let's see if you can stop it, right? Let me get this. Let me get this, man. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 13. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 13. And I saw in the night visions and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And it was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. So if you people think you can stop Yahweh Shai getting his kingdom that Yahweh gave him, the Ancient of Days, Yahweh gave him, his heavenly Father, right? Try it then, right? Everyone's gonna get their chance, man. This society falling down right now is leading towards Yahweh Shai coming to claim his kingdom. And all you people that have got a problem with that, try it then, man. Try it. Try it, man. In fact, Yahweh wants you to try. He's going to make you fight Yahweh against his son Yahweh Shai. You're going to be scared to fight, according to prophecy, but he's going to make you fight. That's the thing about it. You're actually going to be made to fight, man. Ain't that funny? 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. So everyone's going to be fighting against each other to try and establish things. And once the first initial battles for people to get out of cities, to get to some kind of remnant of safety starts, people are going to try and see if they can try and group their thing. Oh, they're going to think, oh, I'm a post-apocalyptic warlord. I got my things. I'm like Negan. Oh, I'm the governor from The Walking Dead. I'm Negan. They might try and try and recreate themselves. They might get an eye patch when they don't even need one. They might shave off the sides of their head and have a mohawk. You know what I mean? They might shave, give themselves just a mustache and a goatee. Other people might grow their beard and be like, oh man, I look like a bit of a bad man with this beard. I look tough with this beard. They might steal themselves a leather jacket. They might bet themselves a weapon and that, and be like, oh, see, this is my judgment move. This is my judgment scepter. They're gonna try it. They're gonna try that, man. People are gonna think they're Cyrus from Warriors. Can you count suckers? You know what I mean? Your turf, your little bitty turf. People are gonna try all that. They're gonna try and set speeches up. You know what I mean? You're gonna have people setting. They're gonna be people that are gonna be trying to make themselves turn themselves into gangs and groups, militias and all this. They're gonna people that are gonna be doing that, and they're all gonna be trying to see if they can set themselves up as a little lane in the world, man. They're gonna be like, well, if I'm in charge, I don't want the world to go back. Some people are gonna have it like that, man. I don't want the world. I'm happy like this. Then some people are gonna think in that in their mind, but the destruction that's gonna come to pass is gonna cause for them to be like, nah, actually, just give me the Karog, man, and that's gonna lead to them getting destroyed, man, by the World War III that's coming to pass. Everyone's gonna have their chance, man, to try and see if they can fight against Yahweh Shai ruling the earth, and it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, man. He's gonna rule. There's not nothing you can do about it. He's coming back, and he's gonna rule, man. You know what I mean? Ever since he was born, people was trying to stop him from ruling. You Edomites, by the way, Herod, he was an Edomite, and he tried to kill Yahweh Shai when he heard that Yahweh Shai was born. He knew about the prophecy, and that's why he asked the prophets of that time. He said, where does it say that he's going to be born? And they told him Bethlehem. According to Micah, the 5th chapter, man, Bethlehem was where he was going to be born. Which shows that the Messiah is mentioned in the Old Testament, by the way, which all you scoffers try and make out like he's not. And why was he born in Bethlehem? Because his forefather David, his earthly forefather David, was born in Bethlehem. And who also was from Bethlehem? Right? Joseph. Because Joseph was the seed that was used to make Yahweh Shai be from the seed of David. Seed requires a man. I don't know if you people need to know that, but it requires a man. You know what I mean? Verse 16, for there shall be sedition, 2 chapter 15, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. People are going to be running up in people's houses, man. People are going to be running up and they're going to be like, wow, he's still got Heinz beans. They're going to be like, wow, you know what I mean? And the food thing is, there's not enough granola bars and oatmeal that you can stack up to overcome what's coming, man. There's not enough oatmeal, granola bars, cream crackers, you know what I mean? Beef jerkies preserved in vacuum packs that you can make and have in your house. That's going to make you overcome what's coming, man. There's not enough. There's not enough. There's not enough of it, man. There's not enough that you can store up to try and make this happen. For there shall be, and this is the point of the scripture, man. 2 chapter 15, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That's what's coming. Right? Everyone's going to get the chance to see if, oh, I think that the world's supposed to go like this. All right, try and do it then. Certain people are going to be like, yo, I'm going to run this block now. I'm going to run the manor. I'm the post-apocalyptic warlord. Or they're going to be like, I'm going to run this street. Or I'm going to run this cul-de-sac. You know what I mean? And they're going to block off the roads and that, block things off. You know what I mean? Throw trash in the stuff. No one's coming through this road no more. They're going to have people barricading it off and that. They're trying to tax men for coming through. All kind of crazy stuff, man. When the riots came, the 2011, was it? I remember, man, that I wanted to see if people would really do things like that, man. And I went into the city center from this other city that I'm from, and I saw this guy, man. He ran like there was a car parked on the road, and it was like a group of 5 guys, man. Edomites and Jake all together, man. But it was an Edomite that jumped on the car. They looked like an Edomite, man, and jumped on the car after this, that he tried to open the car door and was jumping up and down in the car, man. And then the person that was in the car drove off and he fell off on the floor and then got up and quickly tried to run after the car, man. And I still to this day think about that and think, man, what would I have seen him do if he got in the car? What would he have did if he was able to get them out the car? You see what I mean? Because people that live their lives from day to day, they don't understand that some people want the world to be like that. A lot of people want the world to be where it's lawless, or they think they do, until the day when they actually really get the chance to see what that looks like. And most of these people are going to run off, and due to that time being too much for them to bear, they're going to run and get the karagma and want to be under Esau's protection, man. They're going to try that for a bit, but then they're going to run off and be like, you know what, let Esau protect me. I'm going to take the karagma. You know what I mean? And the course of their action shall stand in their power, man. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. People are going to be scared, man. People are going to be wanting to go to another city. They're not going to be able to go there for whatever reason it's going to be. Whether it's cordoned up, it's not safe. It's going to be, for whatever reason it's going to be, it don't really matter. But they're not going to be able to go there. The access for them to be able to travel from one place to another is going to be gone, right? They barely be looking if they can travel like a 30-minute radius, a 30 minutes walk in either direction, man. They'll be lucky if it's safe in that regard, man. Which a 30 minutes walk in either direction is quite a lot, man. You know what I mean? They'll be lucky if there's a mile circle radius around from their location that's safe. That will be considered a blessing in that time, man. That's going to be very rare. It's going to get to the point where you'd be lucky if 500 meters radius from where you are, it's safe, man. And then that radius is going to start getting less and less and less. Because the day of the Lord, what it speaks about it being like, ain't nothing nice. And I'm going to read it right now. What it speaks about the day of the Lord being like is not no fun time. It's not a time where, oh man, I can handle that. That's easy work. No, it's not easy work. It's going to be the worst day of everyone's life. All the elected of the nation of Israel that are going to be immortal, right? The day of the Lord that they're going to survive is going to remain the worst day of their life forever. That's going to be their worst and best memory forever. It's going to be their worst memory because of all the horrible things they're going to witness and escape from in that time, right? But it's going to be their best day at the same time because that's the time that they're going to be saved through. It's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble, right? But they're going to be saved out of it, like Jeremiah 30:7 says. This is Amos chapter 5 and verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. Now, a lion ain't something you want to see. Imagine walking down the street like what's on this screen right now, yeah? And you see a lion. Mate, you're going to be scared. And don't try and act like you're not scared, because when was the last time you saw one of them big dogs, right? And you started looking for the owner. You saw and you're like, where's the owner at? Know what I mean? And even for a person that ain't even, if a person even says they ain't scared of dog, okay, but you don't want a dog to try and bite you though, do you? You don't want one of them mad XL bullies or something like that to be, you know what I mean? One of them crazy pit bulls, or one of them dogs that fight wolves in the snow. You don't want one of them dogs chasing you down. How much more a lion that would defeat all them animals? Nothing. A pit bull can't stand up to a lion. That's gonna get done over, man. Make 10 pit bulls come after one lion, and all of them will probably get done over real quick, man. Easy work. A lion is built as a weapon. His claws are weapons. His teeth, you know what I mean? Whereas the dog's main is his mouth. But a lion's got a mouth just like that, if not worse. And it's got the claws, man. It's claw them pit bulls the eyes out. And the day of the Lord's he's being compared as one of them chasing you. If a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and the serpent. Now bears are horrible enough as well. And serpents, you don't want to get bit by a snake and just be foaming out the mouth because you've been poisoned. That's horrible. And this is a metaphor for how the day of the Lord's going to be like, man. Because when you're in that house, you'd think, okay, I'm safe now. No, you're not safe. When you flee from the lion, you'd be like, okay, man. But then you'd be like, wow, but now there's a bear. And when you finally flee from that, you get the chance to try and find some peace. No, that's where you're going to get it now. Because the serpent's going to get you. That's the metaphor of how the day of the Lord is being compared. Like escaping, then getting judgment. Escape this, escape that, then you get judged. That's not no time you want to be going through, man. But all you people out there that think that you've got your thing set up, well, you're going to get your chance to see, man. Since you think you know it all, you're going to get the chance to see. 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. So all the mercy that people show people now, they're not going to show that in the time to come. All the mercy that people have, oh, that's a female, yo. People ain't going to care in that time. They're going to bring real equality in that time. Oh, that's a child. Don't steal their food. They're not going to care about none of that. They'll be like, I'm hungry. I don't care whose child that is. That ain't my child. I'm going to eat first. I'm eating. Oh, that's an old woman. They ain't going to care. Oh, that's an old man. And you think people are going to care in the time to come? They're not going to care, man. They don't barely care now. People barely care about now. The love of many is waxing cold right now. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. That's happening now. Everyone's going to get their chance in the time to come to really see, to really get to experience like harsh realities, man. Amos chapter 5 and verse 20. Shall not the day of Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? There's not going to be no fun in the time to come. It's going to be horrible, man. And all you people out there, you're trusting in your might, trusting in your riches, you're thinking you're tough, you're going to find out you're not bad. You started going gym, you're thinking, man, I'm big, I'm active. You're going to find out you're not. Or you started throwing shots on the pad, you're thinking, man, it sounds a bit crispy. Woo, wow, my jab snaps. Mate, jabs ain't going to mean nothing in the time to come. Even the people that are trained in death, they've been schooled in the realms of what it takes to make people not be alive anymore. They ain't going to be able to handle this time that's coming, man. So what makes you think you're going to be able to handle it? I don't know. But you're not going to be able to handle it, man. Whatever it is that you're thinking about yourself that's making you think, I'm ready for this time, you're not ready for it, right? Let's just let that be known real quick right now, right? You're not going to be ready for it, man. You're not going to be ready. Let's just let that be clear right now, man. You're not, whatever you're thinking, oh, I'm going to be ready for this. No, you're not, man. You're not going to be ready. Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 3, even the sea monsters draw out their breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughters of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches of the wilderness. The tongue of the suckling child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young ask bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. That's happened already to the children of Israel. And it's going to happen now again in the future to the children of Israel and to all the other nations as well. People ain't going to see a little child be hungry. Like right now, right? If people was to see a little child begging for change, right? That personally came up to them and asked them for money, most people would feel like a piece of garbage to say, you know what? I ain't got any spare change, little boy or little girl. They'd break the child off some money, man. Even if they thought it was a scam. Most people would at least throw a little pound or whatever change they got. You know what I mean? Whatever little shrapnel they got in their wallet remaining in there and that. Or they'd at least, if they got a little candy bar, chocolate bars, they'd give it to the child or something like that, man. You know what I mean? Most people would do that. But in the time to come, people are going to be stingy, man. They'll be like, yo, move, man. I ain't giving you nothing, man. Is everyone for himself out here? And they're not going to feel no shame for that neither. And people that might say, oh, nah, that would never happen. Listen, man. When the lockdown came, there's videos on the internet right now. Women were fighting over women for tissue. For tissue. Can you eat tissue? Can you eat toilet roll? Like, and it actually give you any kind of sustenance? Is tissue something that people eat? You know what I mean? No, it is not. Are hand sanitizers something that people eat, man? No. But people is losing their mind over tissue, man. And hand sanitizer. Tissue and hand sanitizer, people was fighting over. People stuffing their whole trolley with like 100 plus rolls of tissue, man. Women mainly. I didn't even see no videos really of men fighting for tissue. You know what I mean? Like, people are not really thinking about what's really gonna come, man. And it don't matter. Like, you're not. If you're thinking you're bad, you're not bad enough. Like, you're not bad, bruv. Oh, I've got hands. Me and my squad. No, you ain't got no squad that's ready for this, man. Your squad ain't gonna do nothing, bruv. You know what I mean? Your squad are gonna do a few, you know what I mean, here and there. Then they're gonna get done. You know what I mean? Your squad ain't bad, bruh. Oh, we got a mean certified set. How many of them is you? 50. Oh, wow. All right. We're gonna see then, man. We're gonna see. Now, that's not to say that 50 people running upon somebody ain't intimidating. Of course it is. But the day of the Lord's wrath is gonna be so horrible. The judgment that's coming is so horrible that in order to escape the maximum judgment that's coming, you have to not be on earth anymore. You have to be beamed up in the chariots to escape what's coming. You have to get beamed up. You have to get beamed up, man. Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 10. The hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children. They wear their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. Right? That's cannibalism. You understand? That's cannibalism, man. That's cannibalism. That's cannibalism, man. And the book of Lamentations, man, I'm reading some of it now off the screen that you can't see on the screen, man. I'm just looking at reading the things, then it's like the things that took place in that time were horrible, man. The things that took place during that time are horrible, and what's coming now is gonna be worse. Right? It's gonna be worse, man. But people are out here still thinking that they're bad. They're thinking, man, I'll go gym. Oh, I'm smart. I've got money. Oh, but I know how to I know how to rewire. I know how to hotwire a car. So I'm gonna definitely survive the day. Oh, I know how to make a campfire. Oh, I know how to make a flint. Which these are all useful things, but that's not gonna make you escape the Lord. It's gonna be about those that have faith in Yahweh Bar Shem Yahweh Shai. Not about you thinking you're bad, or thinking you're smart, or thinking you're rich. That's not gonna mean nothing, man. I don't think you people actually understand that. That's not gonna mean nothing. It's not gonna mean shit in the time to come. It's really not gonna mean nothing. And some people might say, "Oh, don't swear." All right, fair enough, man. Maybe, you know what I mean. But there comes a point in time where you gotta grow up out of the swearing thing, because this world, with all the things going on in this world, is a swear word on a video the worst thing that could happen? You know what I mean? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Now let me get this scripture as well. Lamentation chapter 5 and verse 11. They ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah. Now, surely I don't need to explain what that's talking about, right? It's kind of self-explanatory. It's kind of self-explanatory, man. You don't need to go into too much detail on what that means, do you? The time that's coming is going to be horrible, man. Horrible. Right? The worst time on everyone's life. And when we're in the kingdom, we're judging Esau, we're going to be remembering that, man. We're going to be like, man, these things that we went through is because Esau did this. We're going to remember the things that Esau himself did in that time, because he's setting things up to think, you know what? Okay, you say you're Israelites. Okay, let's see that. Let's see the Israelite mother. They're gonna know what I mean. He's like, come on, and you Israelite mother. You know, you want the king. You think you're gonna rule? All right, let's see then. You want to rule over me? You think you're gonna rule over me? All right, let's see. And let me get this. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 1. For the ungodly said reasoning with themselves, but not of right. In fact, let me read this verse. Ezekiel chapter 21 and verse 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It condemneth the rod of my son as every tree. And as and he that have given and he that have given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. The slayer is Esau. Verse 12. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon the fight, because it is a trial. And if the sword condemneth even the rod, it shall be no more. Say, if Yahweh, the sword that's coming is a trial, man. It's there to see if you're gonna bow down to that and be like, you know what? Whatever I have to do to make the sword not slay me no more, let me do that. And know what they're gonna say, that thing is to take the karog, man. Don't take it, man. It's better to get Revelation 20 and 4, right, than to get Revelation 14 and 9 verse 10, right? Destroyed. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me get this. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born, which is not true, because Yahweh Shai did that. Which is why it says they're reading with themselves, but not aright. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as a smoke, is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our hearts, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as a trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed so that no man cometh again. So they don't believe in reincarnation. They're thinking, man, we can escape judgment. No, you're gonna come back and get judged, you Edomites, man, and all you heathens that have hurt their children of Israel. And even 2/3 are gonna come back to receive shame and everlasting contempt if they in the kingdom of heaven, when they get the best thing that the kingdom's supposed to give, they're gonna be shamed to have that. Because they're gonna know that, man, even though I'm getting all these beautiful things, I didn't do the things that were necessary to deserve it. And because they're going to be in a righteous state of mind in that time, that's going to be embarrassing. That's going to bring shame. It's shameful for a righteous person. A righteous person will be ashamed to receive honor and glory that is not deserved and was not earned, man. That brings shame to a person of understanding's mind. You know what I mean? A person of a honorable character doesn't think like that. They're embarrassed to receive such things, man. And that's why even Saul, right, when he realized, man, he ended up taking his own self out, man. Judas Iscariot, man, he ended up showing in his last hours, in his last moments of his life, he ended up even showing that he was disgusted that he betrayed Yahweh Shai, and the shame that he felt about that caused him to unalive himself. You understand? He had shame, man. And he's gonna have shame in the kingdom of heaven too, even though he's gonna know, man, that was I couldn't fight against being the person to do that, but it's still gonna be embarrassing nonetheless. Because he'll be thinking, well, I wish I would have had one of the honorable stories to tell. But Yahweh gives the honorable journey unto whoever he decides to give the honorable journey unto, man. Let me carry on reading this. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 7. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient grey hairs of the aged. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. And that's what these people are that's what these Edomites are getting ready to do, man. They're getting ready to try and slay with the sword, right? Because they're like, well, believing in God don't mean nothing to me, because I'm about if it bleeds, I can kill it. Okay, you people believe you're Israelites, you believe you're this and that. Okay, fair enough. Try and do something then. They're sharpening the sword and they're getting ready to try and school. They're getting ready to bring death, man. That's all they know how to do, really, anyway. Know what I mean? That's all they really know how to do. So they're gonna just stay with what their business is about anyway. They're gonna stand on their evil ass business. You know? Verse 12. In fact, verse 11, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, right? The Israelites, because he is not for our turn, because we're cursing their ass out, man. They're getting ready to get in, tired of hearing that. And he is clean, contrary to our doings. So they know that we're better than them as people. They know that we're clean and that they're dirty. They know this. He upbraideth us without offending the Lord. They know that they're supposed to be keeping the laws. But they're like, nah, forget that. And objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. He professeth to have the knowledge of God, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our faults. They understand that we're the complete opposite of them, and they understand that we're a mirror to show them that they're wicked. And they've turned their ears off to hearing that, man. So they're going to try and get rid of that voice of Yahweh being in their ear, telling them that you're doing wickedness, man. They're tired of hearing that. So they're trying to set their thing up with the Quran, man, and the death's coming. There's not nothing that people can do. Yahweh wants to bring death. Esau wants to bring death. And Yahweh's going to use Esau to bring death, but then Yahweh's going to bring it on him. There's not no escape with it. There's not no escape of the day of Yahweh's wrath coming. It's coming regardless, right? There's not no way that you can say, you know what? Nah, if I just don't believe in the Bible, then the things that's in the Bible are not going to happen. No, that's not real. There's not no way that you can say, oh, the Bible only got power over you if you believe. No, the Bible's got, Yahweh's got power over people, whether they believe in him or not, because he made them not believe in him. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 3, seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be, shall be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. The day of Yahweh's anger is coming regardless. But if you seek Yahweh with meekness and humbleness, and you want his judgment, and you're seeking it in righteousness and meekness, maybe you'll escape that judgment when it comes. Maybe. But if you don't seek him, you're definitely going to see the judgment. Definitely, man. And all you people that think, nah, I can do it my way. All right, we're going to see. We're going to get the chance. We're all going to get the chance to see if our way, what we think and our understanding, right? Oh, I think that is supposed. Okay, we're going to see then. Oh, I don't believe in the Bible. I believe in this religion. Okay, we're going to see. We're going to see if there's going to be some elephant with 9 arms or whatever it is coming and doing things. You know what I mean? We're going to get to see if there's going to be some jinn thing with one eye's milky and one eye's bulging and all that. Okay, we're going to see, man. Let's see if that happens, right? Let's see. Because who, you know what I mean? Maybe in it. Let's see, right? Let's see in it. Oh, nah. The Bible's been changed. There's going to be a Dajjal thing, a jinn that one eye is going to be milky and one eye is going to be bulging. All right, let's see then, man. Let's see if someone with one eye milky and one eye bulging is going to come anywhere. It's going to be you that's going to have one eye bulging, man. You're going to get lumped up, dumped up. You know what I mean? And one eye is going to be bulging because you got boxed in it, man. Some of you people are going to look like that thing that you're talking about, man. You're going to have the one eye bulging and one eye milky, man. You're going to have plagues in your eye, man. And your eye is going to be milky and bulging. You know what I mean? You're going to get everyone's going to get their chance, man. Oh, the Bible's been changed. The Bible's been changed. Well, why is the Bible prophecies coming to pass then? You're going to have to answer that. Or you Bible's been changed people out there. Or we believe in the original Bible, but I've never seen it. So, like, you know what I mean? Or we believe in the Bible that hasn't been changed. Or which one's that? Oh, nah, it doesn't exist. They've all been changed. Okay. And if they ain't more than one versions of whatever book you claim to believe in. You know what I mean? Or you have to read it in this language. Okay. So you're saying that all the versions in the other language ain't relevant then? So that people that read in the version in the other languages, they're not really getting an understanding of what the book's saying then? What's the point of them versions then? You know what I mean? We don't say that people reading the Bible in English doesn't allow them to understand, but you can get more understanding on certain things if you read it in the original language, even just certain few words. You know what I mean? That's clear. That's what we say, but they say something completely different, man. But anyway, they're going to get the chance to see too. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 And verse 14, he was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. And when we go through this world, some of the time, people are grieved to see us alive, man. They don't like us to be alive. When we meet eyes with them, it's like there's a spiritual force field between us and them, man. It's like it's weird, bro. Like these people don't even like our existence, man. They can sense that there's something about us different than them. We don't blend in with these people no more, man. Our frequency, people like to use that term, which is not necessarily a bad thing to say, I guess. But our frequency is different to their frequency, man. Our spirit's different to their spirit. Our ways are of another fashion, right? Verse 16. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that God is his father, that Yahweh is his father. Let us see if his words be true. Let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. So that's what they're getting ready to do, man. They're like, you know what? Let's see then. You know what I mean? Because we've got our plans on what we want the world to be like anyway. So let's see if what they're saying is true then. Let's see if all these things that they're saying that they're going to experience and they're going to go through, if it's going to happen. Let's see. I'm prepared to test it now. They're saying that they're going to get beamed up and all these things and UFOs, chariots. They're going to say Messiah coming back in this. Okay, let's see then, because part of our plan is to do some of this stuff and destroy the world that they're saying we're going to destroy it anyway. So let's see if when we're destroying the world and we come for them, if something's going to happen then. Wasn't people testing the waters and trying to see if Yahweh Shai was really Yahweh Shai? They kept saying, if he's really Yahweh Shai, I'll do this. Oh, let's see what's going to happen when this happens. Let's see what's going to happen when that happens. And after he said it's finished, right? The earthquakes, man. There was earthquakes, the sky darkened. And then people realized, damn, he really was. He really was who he said he was. And the time's coming where everyone's going to realize that all the things that they was asking for and calling for, and when he's doing all this madness on the earth, now it's brought a day around that they ain't ready for, man. The World War III and all that, it's going to bring forth something that they ain't ready for. This is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And that's not really the actual stars. That's going into the how it visually looked. Because if you look at what happened in the land of Israel recently, it visually looked like stars was falling to earth when them airstrikes was taking place. That's what it visually looked like, right? But that's not what it literally was. It was not literally stars dropping to the earth, but visually it looked like that. And a man seeing this vision 2,000 plus years ago, that's what the vision would have looked like to him, because he wouldn't have known what those things literally were, right? Because even us, that we know what them things literally are, that they're missiles, it literally looks to us as though that star is falling, right? But it's not that though. What it physically looks like is that stars are falling, but it's not that though, is it? It's airstrikes. And that's what that prophecy is talking about, man. And the stars of heaven fell onto the earth. The nukes, man, they're going to be falling to earth. Like as a fig tree cast of its untimely figs. Just loads of them, man. When you see a fig tree, there's loads of fig trees on a fig tree, man. And them just dropping, that's just scattered. That's just a scattered falling of stars, man. A scattered falling of nukes that are going to be coming for the land of America in particular. When she is shaken of a mighty wind, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. It's going to cause, the ICBM's landing is going to cause earthquakes, man. The heavens departed as a scroll. He's talking about the mushroom cloud, right? Verse 15. And the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So they're not going to be proud in that time. They're not going to be like, yo, I've been waiting for you to come. Yo, what took you? They're not going to be saying, yo, I've been waiting for you to come. What took you so long, man, you coward? They're not going to dare try and talk like that to Yahushua. They're not going to say, oh, I've been waiting for you to come. I've been ready. I've got my lasers ready. Were you ready? On free strike charge. Nah, that's not going to work, man. It's not going to work. None of the things that they're thinking are going to be able to take Yahushua down. They're going to work, and they're going to know. It says what they're going to be like. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Because there's a time in life, man, where there's people in this world, man, that they try and antagonize men, right? Just on a man-to-man level. They try and antagonize men. You know what I mean? They try and get him riled up to try and want to fight. When they know they ain't got hands like that. They know they ain't nice with it like that. And then when that person starts giving it to them, now they start crying and weaseling. Oh, my arm, my jaw, ouch, my eye. You know what I mean? Ouch, my rib cage, my nose. You know what I mean? They start ouch and saying ow and that. Ow, that hurt. Ow. You know? That's how these people are, man. But they antagonize the situation to come. And then when the situation comes now, they're like, man, I wish I never did that. And that's what these elites are going to be like, man. That's what Esau's going to be like. He's going to wish that he just stayed how it was now. You know what I mean? And he just gave Jake reparations and was like, you know what? Let bygones be bygones, my friend. You know what I mean? He's going to wish that he tried it that way, but he's too proud, though. He would have never did that. But he's going to wish that he did, though. Because then he would have been able to still go to Starbucks and be a Karen and say, hey, I want to speak to your goddamn manager. You're never going to work again in this town. He would have been able to do all of that. He would have been able to hire and fire Jake. He would have been able to watch Jake play basketball. You know what I mean? He would have been able to, oh man, Riyadh season. Oh, wow. Oh, I wonder who's going to be the champ. Oh, well, you know, this guy's got a mean jab and he's got a mean left hook. And he would have been able to set up events. He would have been able to just get all these fights, put his arm over the big 6'7" fighters. And then he's the man, even though he can't do none of the sports that he's promoting. You know what I mean? And he would have just been able to be that guy. He's going to wish that he just stayed with it how it was now. And he never said, you know what, let me try and do more. You know what I mean? He's going to regret, man. He's going to think, man, where did it all go wrong? Where was it that where was it that things started not going my way? And the real answer to that question is from the beginning. Always, you was never meant to get it, man. From the beginning, before you even did anything bad, anything good or evil, you was never going to get it. You was never going to win. You're the vessel of wrath, man. They're going to know that in the time to come. They're going to know that it was never theirs. You understand? They're going to know it was never their kingdom. They never had a chance. They never had a hope in hell, man. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 17. Let us see if his words be true. They're going to regret testing to see if the words are true, man. They're going to regret saying, you know what? Let us see if his words are true. These people that keep saying, all right, you know what? Let's find out then. Let's see. Oh, so they're saying that this is the way that we finally find out if all these things written in this Bible are true. You know what? Well, these are part of some of our plans that we said we was going to do anyway. The things that they're saying that's going to happen in the Bible. So let's do it then. But we already planned on using these ICBMs anyway and then rebuilding the world after all of this. So let's do it then. And they're going to regret testing that theory, man. They're going to regret seeing if the words are true. And all you other people are going to regret you. Oh, you're scoffing, man. You're going to regret all the smack that you people was talking, man. Let me get this scripture. All you people are going to regret mocking Yahweh. You're going to regret all the smack he was talking, man. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 and verse 17. For men will not believe that thou art full of power. Thou showest thy strength. And among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. Everyone's going to realize why us men that we ain't got no power to really do anything. We're not rich in no regard. You know what I mean? At best, where most of us are living paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean? We ain't rich. We ain't necessarily the most ugly men in the world. Neither are we necessarily the most handsome men in the world. We're just regular people, man. And they're going to be wondering why these people, they're going to be like, why is this guy got confidence like this to talk like this? When who's he? He ain't nothing. I've seen what he looks like on his videos. This guy ain't nothing. Look at him. His beard don't even this. His hair ain't even that. His this ain't even that. His clothes ain't even this. His this ain't that. His that ain't this. He's that. He's that and this. He ain't got this. He ain't that. He ain't this. He ain't that. He ain't that. He ain't this. Know what I mean? He don't look like he can do this. He don't look like he can do that. He don't look like he's this or that. So where's all this confidence come from? And they're going to understand where it came from because we understood the truth. They're going to understand that it's because we understood what's really going on down here, man. Because Yahweh put it in our minds to understand what's really going on down here. And the boldness is going to be made manifest in that time. And all you people that you thought you was going to get the chances to test your will out, you're going to find out that, nah, you're not built for what was coming. You was never made. You was not ready for this. Even though you thought in your arrogance that you was ready. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 17. Let us see if his words be true. Let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of God, he will help him. He will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. They're thinking, well, okay, let's see if he's going to come back then. If Yahweh is going to, okay, so when we get these guillotines and we got you, okay, let's see if he's going to help you then. And they're going to realize that because of prophecy's sake, Revelation 20 and 4 has to be fulfilled. So some people are not going to be delivered from the guillotine swinging down on them. But that does not mean that they're not going to be with Yahweh Shai. And in their pride, they're going to forget that it prophesied that was going to happen. And they're going to think, see, he didn't save them from that. Because they don't believe, according to the earlier parts of this chapter, that a man can return from the grave. They don't believe that. So they're going to think, well, as soon as his head's removed off his body, that man's gone. And he said he believed in the Lord. And he was talking all this Yahweh Bar Hashem, Yahweh Shai stuff before, but he was said all this Yahweh Bar Hashem, Barakatah Yahweh Bar Hashem, Yahweh Shai stuff before the blade swung down, but the blade still swung down. So obviously that stuff ain't real. Let's bring some more and do it to them as well. And the blade might swing down on them too, but does that mean that we ain't of that prophecy is not being fulfilled and that the Bible ain't true? No, because the Bible said that was going to happen. But because these people, according to the first part of this chapter, said neither was any man known to have returned from the grave, they're not going to think that them people's spirits are getting taken to their real body now, to their final form. They ain't going to believe that their body's about to go to see that spirit's about to get put in the body that's going to be their body for the rest of their lifetime forever. That they're going to be under their body that's going to be under the new covenant. That's not what they're going to think's happening in that time. We know that that's what's getting ready to happen, but they ain't going to know that. And all you people that are in the world, you are going to be, that are trying to think you know what's going on, you're going to find yourself in that situation as well. And you're going to say, you know what, I'll just take it then. Even though you're going to have tried your own way for a bit. Or I thought I was going to be a post-apocalyptic warrior, but you know what? I'm just going to decide to join the machine. I'm just going to decide to join with Esau because he's too strong for us. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 18. For if the just man be the son of God, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death. For by his own saying he shall be respected. So they're going to try and embarrass the elect to the nation of Israel, man. They're going to try and bring them out in forefront of people. This man says he's an honorable man of God. And they're going to be laughing. How droll. You know what I mean? They're going to be trying to punch them up, like all kind of stuff, man. They're laughing, throwing food at rotten food at them and all, whatever they're going to try and do, man. To try and embarrass them, man. And then brothers that Yahweh has chosen to fulfill that prophecy in that time, they're going to be strong in the spirit, man. They're going to be saying what they're going to be saying back, man. I can picture that in my mind right now. Man. Whereas most of you people, you can't picture nothing. You just think that, oh, I'm always gonna be able to just live it up in this world. You know what I mean? But when the lockdown came, you wasn't even able to go to McDonald's. You couldn't get no Big Mac. You know what I mean? You couldn't have one. And most of you people was losing your mind off that. You couldn't have a Chick-fil-A. You couldn't have a Taco Bell. You couldn't have a Popeye's chicken in that time. And go large for $1.50 extra. You couldn't do it. You couldn't have a cheeky Greg's. You know what I mean? Some of these things were locked off, man. You couldn't just go to a Nando's. That was locked off. And you people couldn't handle it, man. You couldn't handle it. And fair enough, everyone to a certain degree was trying to find some normality. But you people was bugged out off that time, man. You know what I mean? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 21. Such things did they imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness have blinded them. So all these things that these people are saying that are speaking about, and that the thoughts that they've got in their mind that are said that they're going to have, right? That we know that they're going to have, because the scriptures tell us. And if we believe in the scriptures, then we believe that they're going to think like that. right? All of these things that they're going to be thinking, they've been deceived by it because they're wicked. Them being wicked and having such hate for the children of Israel has made them think that they can defeat the prophecies that Yahweh, who controls heaven and earth, meaning that he controls them as well, wants to happen. But they thought as the creations of Yahweh that they can fight against Yahweh, which is ridiculous because he knew all their thoughts before they thought what they was thinking. He knew what they was going to do before they did it. So how can they plan anything without him knowing when he knew they was going to try and do it before they did it? He's the one that put the idea in their mind. He's the one that hardened their hearts to go against him. He's the one that made them have the power to take down the children of Israel in the first place. But in their pride, they thought, no, we've got the power. We can do what we want to do. You see what I mean? You dummies, man. But people will say, oh, that's too hard. No, these Edomites are stupid. They're not wise, man. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 21. Such things did they imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness have blinded them. As for the mysteries of God, they knew them not. Neither hope they for the wages of the righteous. Neither hope they for the wages of righteousness, nor discern the reward for blameless souls. They didn't think that believing in the Lord was anything valuable and that it actually had anything that you received afterwards. It was like everyone we've ever seen that tried to believe in the Lord, they never received nothing. Everyone that all them people that we was doing things to that said that they believed in the Lord, since I said that I'm going to be called and overcome anything that's called God, that I tested the theory out whenever anyone spoke about God, and I always overcame these people with the sword. They were like, well, man, I didn't know that the people that was the children of Israel that believed in their God, though, that there was really something that they was going to receive. You know what I mean? They're not going there for then. They've been deceived, man. They're wicked. You know what I mean? Esau is long gone from the time of him trying to seek Yahweh's mercy anymore, man. He's already tried that and sought it out carefully with tears. And ever since that moment, he's decided he's been on his own path. You know what I mean? Ever since he realized, and that's what's so funny about all you people trying to save Esau. He's already searched out the scriptures for himself to see if there's any kind of repentance and if there's anything. And he sought it out carefully with tears and found no repentance. So he's already on the path of that there ain't no wages for righteousness. Because he already sought out in his mind and was like, nah, there ain't nothing. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For you know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. If someone's searching out something carefully with tears, best believe they're looking harder than you are. That all you Christians and that you're trying to seek for repentance for Esau, you think he ain't looked for it for himself? He ain't found none. And that's why he says that he has the mindset of what he speaks about in Wisdom of Solomon in the 2nd chapter. And that's why he don't think that there's no reward for righteousness, man. Because he's tried to search out what it means to be righteous. And he's always thought, man, but okay, these people are saying that they're righteous and that, but let me come against them with my sword then. Right? Let my strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble, he's found to be nothing worth. And in his mind, every time he's came at people that speak about God with the sword, right? He's defeated them. That's how he thinks. So he don't value or think there's anything worth in believing in Yahweh. He don't think that there is, man. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 23, for God created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. And that's what Yahweh is going to do to the children of Israel. He's going to make them immortal by putting them under the new covenant. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. Because when the Israelites started copying everyone else, then they started dying, man. But Yahweh is going to bring us back to the state that he intended for us to have in the first place, which is to be immortal. And all you other people that you think that the world is going to go whatever way you think it's going to go, try it then. You're going to all get your chance and you're going to get to try and see if you can shake prophecy up and make it not happen, man. And you're going to find out that you can't. And on that, I'm going to say shalom to the nation of Israel. Shalom.